Hello everyone, I am Farah Ramadhina from the School of Business Management, Bandung Institute of Technology. I would like to present my research with the title of Understanding e-wallet users' behavior in the case of Gopay. This presentation will contain of several parts. First is introduction, literature review, research methodology, findings and solution, and last is conclusion and the recommendation. First one is the introduction, started with the background of this research. So basically, the past 2 years, people have become more familiar with the digital transaction because of the COVID-19 where mobility is restricted, so we relied on internet, particularly on the payment methods in a way that you don't have to buy your daily needs directly from the store, but you can buy it anywhere with a single application. Therefore, the digital transaction, according to Bank Indonesia, the number has increased in 2022, and e-money transaction also reached until 34.6 trillion in 2022. Since then, the e-wallet popularity has reached by September 2020, 44% of Indonesians are the new e-wallet users. And since e-wallet is now widely used, in 2021, 43% of transactions used an e-wallet, while in 2022, the transaction was only around 20%. And because e-wallet is now widely used by people, there are currently 5 e-wallet providers in Indonesia, and Gopay is considered to be the top of mind brand and the most used e-wallet. And since the new going cashless lifestyle, and now people tend to have 5 until 6 e-wallet application and they use it regularly. And the main drivers for e-wallet is now no longer the promotion, so there must be other reasons why they use e-wallet. And the company profile for this research is Gopay, launched in 2016, which is part previously used for Gojek transaction, such as the transportation, food delivery, and other services by Gojek. But now it can be used for both online and offline transaction, and users can top up their money through ATM, mobile banking, or the convenience store. And the research question for this research are: what is the current behavior of the users, and what are the motivation in using e-wallet and the strategies for GoPay? And the objectives are to investigate the behavior of the Indonesian consumers, to demonstrate the characteristic of people who use e-wallet, and to formulate the next strategies and recommendation. And the limitation are: this data was collected in urban areas such as Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, and Bekasi. And the strategies was focusing on the long term or short term, and the research focused on the one e-wallet provider, which is GoPay. Second chapter is the literature review. The benefits and the challenges for e-wallet are, as stated in the research from Kirobo and Lisa in 2022, the benefits are: it minimizes risk of money loss, bill payment is easier compared to the traditional, money laundering can be monitored since transaction is traceable, and the challenges are unknown risks to the users such as identity theft, and users are reluctant to switch to the new technology, and also technology barrier creating a simple, quick, and secure e-wallet application. Third is the research methodology. The data collection for this research using both primary and secondary, where primary was collected through a questionnaire and interview. Secondary was from books, journals, paper, and website. And the population for this research was the e-wallet users who live in Jakarta, Bogor, Depok, Tangerang, and Bekasi, and as well other cities in Indonesia. And the sample was 263 e-wallet users in Indonesia. And the sampling technique used convenience sampling, and the type of research was the quantitative and qualitative methods using the descriptive research. Next is the research framework, started with the background, problem identification, problem exploration, with the source from both primary and secondary, and then we find the findings, and from the findings we formulate the strategy. Next is the findings and solution. The demographic for this research, 51% of the respondents were male, 48 was female, and most of the respondents hold a bachelor degrees and age between 26 to 35 years old. These findings found that GoPay is the most e-wallet used based on the customer's preference. This research found that 44% of respondents choose GoPay, 30% choose OVO, 17% choose ShopeePay, 4% choose Link Aja, and 3% choose Dana. And it can be seen that more than half of the respondents have adopted e-wallet user for more than a year ago. And the reason on why people choose e-wallet because 36 39% of the respondents choose it because of the digital payment method, 22% are attracted because of the cashback or promotion, and 21% choose it because of the combination of both digital payment and the cashback or promotion. In this research also found that 48% of the respondents have more than one e-wallet account and 43% have more than three e-wallet accounts. And the reason is most of the respondents think that each brand gives different benefit, and 32% think that not all merchants accept the preferred e-wallet. 15% think that different merchant gives different benefits. 6% of them only have one e-wallet, and only one use it different e-wallet on different device. Next is the usage behavior. It can be seen that users mostly use e-wallet for more than one time a week, and they spend around 200 and until 500 rupiah in amount. Next is the e-wallet spending based on the segment. This research found that food delivery, e-commerce, and online transportation are the top three transaction type where people use e-wallet the most, while only 2% of them use e-wallet for transferring their money. And in terms of promotion, when there's a promotion, 58% of the respondents will choose it to spend on food delivery, 27% will choose for online or offline shopping, and 13% choose it for online transportation. Meanwhile, when there is no promotion, 45% will still use it for online transportation, 26% will still use it for billing payments such as electricity, 14% will choose it for offline payment, and only 14% will choose it on food delivery. And which additional features that user want? 59% of the respondent wants the transfer to bank account, 31% wants the connection to their bank account, and 9% choose for the installment option. And now, who are the users of e-wallet based on different generation? And it can be seen for the respondent age between 18 until 25, most of the users will choose ShopeePay and then OVO, Gopay, and Dana. And users aged between 26 until 35, the majority choose Gopay, OVO, and ShopeePay. And it can be seen from this research that users who are more mature tends to use Gopay as their preferred e-wallet. Now, if we break it down by the gender, it can be seen that Gopay is dominated by the male users with a number of 51%, and the female users was only 37% compared to the competitor OVO and ShopeePay. They are dominated by the female users. And where are e-wallet being used based on brands? In terms of the transaction in food delivery, e-commerce, and online transportation, Gopay are leading in all of the transaction. However, in food delivery, Gopay is competing with OVO. In the e-commerce segmentation, Gopay is competing with ShopeePay, and the online transportation Gopay is with OVO. So it can be concluded that most of Gopay users use e-wallet for food delivery, e-commerce, and online online transportation, followed by OVO and ShopeePay. And the solution proposed for this research based on the findings are the merchant acquisition for both online and offline merchant, as well as the merchant education in a way that why the seller needs to apply digital payment for their customers, and also a partnership with state-owned enterprise Indonesia and other potential partner, and keep going on the promotion on social media and giving rewards, for example, in a platform such as YouTube or Instagram, and rewards as a cashback, discount, or points, and a technology innovation in a payment system, for example, a direct connection with the customer's bank account. And the conclusion for this research are: the study found that the main reason for users to use e-wallet are the demand for digital payment methods, and users typically have 2 until 3 e-wallet in their device. When there is a promotion, users are more likely to use food delivery, and when there is not a promotion, online transportation is still desired, and cashback remains as an effective tool for influencing consumers to go cashless, and Gopay is the most popular e-wallet among respondents in this study. And merchant acquisition for both online and offline is the most effective for the business to grow. And the recommendation for the future research, the object can be changed to other e-wallet providers and focus on one age generation or using a sample in rural areas, because users in a different area, urban and rural, may have a different behavior towards the digital payment. And then for policymaker, they can develop a supporting facility for the e-wallet providers, and they can monitor and establish the regulation and encourage the citizen to have access to banks. So thank you for the attention.